In order to manipulate follicles, you'll need to be able to select them first. But before we do that, I just want to make a couple quick adjustments to the hair system. I'll select the hair, go to the attribute editor, and in the clump and hair shape, I just want a little bit larger clump width. Spread the hairs out a bit more around each follicle. And also the clump width scale I'll set to be uniform. Okay, now selecting follicles, we can accomplish that in a couple of ways. Probably the easiest way is to put things onto display layers. We can review that process really quickly. If I go to the outliner, I can select, for example, the hair strokes and put them on their own layer. Call that the strokes layer. And we can also put the follicles on their own layer, of course. Select the follicle group node in the outliner. Make a new layer. And also the output curves, put them on a layer. And so we can select only the follicles if we want to by either hiding these other elements or perhaps referencing them, like the scalp. I can reference that, and the head, I can also reference that. And now I'm only able to select follicles because I've either hidden or referenced everything else. But there's another way that you can do this if you like. Maybe you don't want to put things on layers, or maybe you want to be able to select those things as well. You can go into an old school mode to select follicles, and that will be found on the status line. So this is the status line up here, and I've got a lot of it collapsed, but I can open up some of these sections here. And to select follicles, what we want to do is go into the selection masks here, and from this arrow, we want to choose all objects off, which means now we can't select anything. And then we just want to enable the one thing that we want to select. And that's going to be under the dynamics section, which is here. If I click on it, then I'm able to select all dynamic objects, which is not really what I want in this case. If I right click, then I can choose only one thing to select, such as follicles. And now I can only select the follicles. Now you'll notice that the curves light up as well. That just means that they're dependent upon the selected follicles. So that's just an alternate method for selecting those follicles in preparation for moving them around or deleting them or performing operations on them individually.